My name is Dr. Ron Cooper, and I'm going to share with you some shocking information about fibromyalgia. And what is that shocking information? Well, fibromyalgia isn't really a muscle problem. It's a neurological problem. And how do I know that? Well, there are literally hundreds of tests and research papers out there to prove it. And in my 31 years of helping people with fibromyalgia, this type of treatment has really borne out that addressing fibromyalgia from a neurological point, it really does get the best results. So why isn't this common knowledge? I think there's two reasons. Number one, there's a certain stigma with many people who have chronic pain. It can be frustrating for the doctor to help people if they don't respond to the first medication or two that they're given to control it. And second, there really isn't a specific medication for fibromyalgia. In my opinion, there never will be one that directly affects and improves the core neurologic condition. We're different in how we approach things. We want to treat you, not just your diagnosis. And yes, it's important that you come in and we understand that where you're coming from with your diagnosis, but we really want to step back and understand who you are as a whole person and how it's affecting your life. Now, let me explain just a little bit about the brain and how it functions. Here's a picture of the brain and how it works. And the brain is made up of different parts. You have the upper brain, or the cortex, and then you have the lower area of the brain, the cerebellum and this area, and then you have the midbrain. And the middle brain is made up of the mesencephalon, which is the upper midbrain, and then it's broken down into the lower midbrain, and that's your pons and your medulla area here. Now, the way this works is the cerebellum fires up to the cortex, and then cortex then fires back down to the lower midbrain, the pons medulla area, and it mutes it or quiets it down. Now, the midbrain is the upper midbrain, the mesencephalon, is kind of like the unruly teenager. It really needs a lot of supervision. And when it doesn't get that supervision, it's allowed to create havoc in the body. Now, what kind of havoc will that midbrain produce? Difficulty in sleeping, for instance, which is one of those issues that fibromyalgia patients might have. They may have difficulty at times falling asleep, or maybe they wake up quite often. It's the origin for the sympathetic nervous system, so it controls your gut function, diarrhea, people have constipation, IBS or irritable bowel syndrome, heart functions. It sends signals to the adrenal glands, and it can cause them to work maybe 1,000 times more than they should, and that releases cortisol into the body. Cortisol in areas of the brain like Broca's speech area and Wernicke's can create that, we call it fibro fog, that difficulty finding the right words or being able to speak your mind. It's also essential with stimulating areas that sensitize your body to pain, that create headaches and maybe sensitivity to light. So you can see all the symptoms that are associated with fibromyalgia can really be drawn down or honed down into that upper midbrain, that mesencephalon, being overactive or too active. So how do we find out if it's active or not? What kind of tests do we employ? Well, in our office there's a variety of tests that we do to really look at those areas that other people aren't looking at or looking into. And that way we're able to determine if it is present or not, and if we're going to be able to help you or not. We also look at you in different ways. In our office, we look at patients that are in pain, and we're not going to make you go through the same hoops or get you on the same track, or here's another medication, or I've got a secret new vitamin or supplement for you. We're going to get in there and find out if things are working right neurologically, and if they're not. And our job is to go in and do all that we can to help you in that area and make that area function the right way. And the end result are the results are pretty amazing. Patients are able to sleep better. Pain reduces or maybe goes away. They're able to function, work, and get jobs that they just couldn't do those things before. So what you need to do is find somebody who is willing to sit down with you toe to toe, find out what you are, who you are, what your concerns are, and what your life's been like, and not treat you like you've been treated before, just pushed aside and feel the frustration of not having the right answer, or being able to get an answer to fix this problem. We want to give you an option. We want to provide you with hope. So if you want more information, there's an area just below this video on the website where you can plug your information into, and we'll send you out a full-length DVD that will explain all the nuances and all the different treatments and approaches that we do to make our care so unique and so successful. Thank you.